I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday morning, the 22nd of June. Yeah, it's going to be hot and humid. Yeah, it's going to rain somewhere in the afternoon, but where, how much? What about the tropics? Maybe a new tropical depression, first of the season. A lot to talk about. Let's take a look. First off, the Skycam images this morning. First off, coming from Gadsden. And yeah, the days are slowly going to get shorter from here on out as we are past the solstice now, but the sky is clear. Go way down south to the campus of Troy University. That Skycam is in the end zone there, their football stadium. Before you know it, those footballs will be flying. You know that NFL preseason stuff starts in, I think, early August. There's the water vapor satellite shot this morning, and kind of a ring of fire thing going up on top of the Heat Ridge. Big thunderstorm clusters, just a bunch of them, just like trains coming down the track from the Midwest on into the Ohio Valley region, back over to the Northeast, and really underneath the ridge. Some storms have been forming, moving the other way, moving back to the west. Had a whopper of a storm last night that just flared up over East Alabama, producing a lot of wind damage in the communities of Delta, Barfield, and the city of Talladega. So there's always that chance a storm's going to pop up, but that was the only one around here, very isolated. Look at the watches up north, just a bunch of these things at 5 o'clock this morning. And flash flood watches in effect for some of those regions, too. There's one of those boxes that's a severe thunderstorm watch, including places like Pittsburgh and Cleveland and Columbus, Ohio, until 12 noon today. Got a moderate risk up there. Parts of Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Surrounding that, a slight risk all the way from Wyoming to the Atlantic coast of New Jersey. That would include Baltimore, Washington, New York City. Of course, down here, no organized severe weather expected. And the same thing tomorrow. The risk is up north from near Kansas City up to Buffalo and Detroit. QPF chart. Obviously, the most organized rain is going to be up north. We'll deal with the little popcorn afternoon storms down here. And how in the world do you draw that with those circles and placement? I don't know. Probably computer generated. But if you get under one, you'll have an inch of rain in 30 minutes, like some folks did last night over East Alabama, but others will get nothing. You know the deal there. All right, tropics. Now the guys at NHC have pegged that thing at a 50% chance of developing into a tropical storm or a depression. The convection has not increased overnight. It's down there in the central Caribbean, south of Hispaniola. Here's the wind shear analysis across the tropics, and you can see that there is certainly light shear across the area now. It increases a little bit west of Jamaica, and then the Gulf looks very favorable. The models, some of them do identify this and move it through the gap, through the Yucatan Channel, up into the Gulf. Oh, boy, look at the GFDL. It's got that thing, a 35-meter wind at 99 knots. That's well over 100 miles an hour. And this is valid 126 hours. That would be June the 26th, about 4 or 5 days from now, south of Gulf Shores. Coming up. Oh, boy. Got the oil slick down there. We've got an FAQ on the oil and hurricanes on our blog. We'll probably bump that up a little bit today with this thing perhaps on the board, but again, understand there's no need to get upset or worried at this point. Just be aware it's out there. This could change radically, as we all know. Look at the OZGFS valid at 1 o'clock today. This is at 500 millibars. Heat bubble. Firmly entrenched across here. Mid-90s, isolated storm. Same thing as yesterday. And tomorrow, the ridge is even stronger. At 594, it just eats us up. And accordingly, it's going to be hot, mid-90s, mostly dry. Thursday, the ridge weakens ever so slightly. We'll look down below that. And again, isolated storms, maybe widely scattered. And Friday, some evidence of a front north of us, and that might send down some type of organized thunderstorm mass. So slowly we'll kind of bump up the chance of storms Friday. But again, understand it's not going to rain everywhere. Same thing for Saturday. The front stalls out north of us. And Sunday, it's got most of the action up north, but certainly there could be a storm on those 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll broad brush it with the typical Partly sunny, hot, humid, some spots getting a storm in the afternoon type forecast with low and mid-90s. And Monday of next week, still the ridge is in place. Down below that, that looks pretty quiet. And Tuesday of next week, routine stuff. Into the forecast on July and by the way, we note the GFS really does not depict an organized tropical system in the Gulf like the GFDL out there. Into the forecast July 7th. Okay, kind of getting right there in the core of summer. Midsummer, yeah, it's the ridge. Same deal. Hot, humid, maybe a storm in spots. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on TV this evening. That's ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Weather.